We have more waters to fish today than when we were children. But today, society's so busy that people don't have enough time to set aside to spend leisure time in the outdoors like we did. Well, the average kid spends over 40 hours a week looking at some kind of screen. But the interesting thing is, a new study shows that 74% of kids want to go fishing. And that's the encouragement that I have in breaking kids away from screens and getting them outside.
When we grew up, we didn't really have to educate people on how to fish. They had a strong family unit that was doing that for them. And for many years, that's how fishing was passed on. Well, things changed the last number of decades. Now we find ourselves in a position where we actually do have to teach people how to fish.
Because there's so many steps from becoming aware of fishing as an opportunity to trying it, to becoming independent, to becoming an avid angler, we offer a variety of things to reach each of those stages.
There's two ways to go about trying to get more people out fishing and teach them about fishing. And that's get the masses of people out to your program, to your site, or take your program to the masses.
In our case, the Philadelphia metropolitan area, we've got the Delaware, we've got the Schuylkill, we've got the resources there. This allows the Fish and Boat Commission and its partners to capitalize on where that water is. And it just so happens in this area there's 3.5 million people in a 5-county area.
So why not have these mobile vans and trailers and boats that we can take around to different places when the fish are biting? Because the idea is to create first catches. You can't create first catches if the fish aren't biting.
One of the locations that we do an awful lot in the center city of Philadelphia is on a linear trail that runs along the Schuylkill River. And so our staff roll up an hour or so ahead of time, set up canopies, tables, chairs, obviously unload all the fishing gear. And so when people arrive, we're ready to go.
And we're doing that by bringing out the equipment. We have license exemptions from our state agency, so people don't need a license, they're coming out. It's a free program. We provide the bait and the educational resources to help people get started and show them there's fishing right in their backyard.
The idea of going into the community where they live is to help them recognize the locally available opportunities. They've grown up, in many cases, in an area where the water was believed to be polluted, or whatever fish are there aren't safe to eat.
This might be the biggest one today.
When you're using a location that is in their neighborhood or right down the street, you're more likely to get them to realize just how convenient and how close it actually is.
This gives urban areas an opportunity to bring fishing to life for people that normally wouldn't have the opportunity. It's important that we represent that diversity because our world is changing, and for fishing and boating to continue, we're going to have to diversify our anglers and getting them to love the sport just as much as we do. Fishing, en español, es muy divertido. Es para todos. It's for all of us.
They tell us that they're looking for an opportunity to learn in a structured environment, and they're looking to participate in an activity where they know that their family can participate safely, and where they're dealing with people who have credibility.
When all the planning and effort is finally done, it all boils down to putting that rod and reel in a kid's hand.
When I see a smile like that, I think in the future, I've caught an angler, I've hooked an angler. Hopefully they're going to take that energy and take it back to their family, get them interested in the sport, get their friends interested.
Yes. Got one.
So by creating our next generation of anglers, hopefully we're also creating a next generation of outdoor stewards, environmental stewards. When I see this family behind me, I hopefully see 3 people that by next year, they're down here on the river fishing all the time on their own time.
Families need to come away from this knowing that this is something that they can do. They can do as an individual, they can do as a family, that it's easy, that it's fun. F-U-N, fun.
Oh yeah, I just caught my first fish. Of course I'm having fun. Fish.